we know in the fire service there's a lot going on. A lot of stresses, a lot of fatigue, a lot of burnout, and there's resources out there, and we've had resources available for Cobb Fire. It's just there are just different locations. We're rolling out a new app called Cordico. It's a mental health and wellness app for Cobb Fire. We worked with Cordico, the team over there, and worked with other departments that have used this app, and they found it a great option for their members. And over the next few minutes here, you'll hear Lieutenant Jason Hatton go through a little more detail about it. And when we roll this out, and hopefully you download it on your phones, hopefully your spouses download it on your phones, you can almost seem it's a little overwhelming. There's so much stuff on there, but the great thing about having this app is you can move through it at your time, in your personal space, and when you want to do it. And you'll see tabs for depression, PTSD, burnout, fatigue, everything that every firefighter is going through and their family members. So hopefully this will be a resource that everyone can use to benefit them and benefit Cobb County. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Please download it and please take full advantage of it. Jason?
Thanks, Chief. Yes, like he said, we're extremely excited about this app going out. Getting access to some of these critical and important health and wellness components that we can get access to and not necessarily have to go through our SharePoint resource site on all these apps. So as we go ahead and start the presentation, the first thing I want to make sure that I let y'all know is this is confidential. None of your information gets put into this app. I know that's the first thing everybody wants to think about when they look at these apps is, oh, I don't want them getting my personal information, or we'll be able to track who is asking for peer support or who's asking for any kind of help, and it is not that way at all. This is 100% confidential. We only use one department-wide login and password, so that way we can keep everything confidential. It will come up with a prompt when you do download the app that will ask if they can track your data. This is not trying to track your personal data. What it's trying to do is track what you're using on the app. So we ask that you go ahead and check that and allow it to track your data. So that way, going forward, we can see what parts you are using and how we can make this app better for you going on in the future.
Jason, real quick, I'd like to speak on that. Of course, as you go through this app, you'll see a lot of resources out there from depression, PTSD, fatigue, burnout. And when we can track those, the clicks, I guess you can say, on that, if we see a big increase on burnout, we as a department can gather those resources. And what can we do as a command staff to provide resources that help our folks out better?
That's a good point, Chief. So this app will be available to spouses and to other family members. We want to make sure that everybody has access to this. You may not want to talk about your problems, but your spouse or your family member may notice that you need help, and they can access the peer support team or other groups within this app to be able to help you out. So we'll have a QR code that's available at the end of this presentation, as well as each station will have a QR code posted, and we'll be sending note cards out that you can actually take home to your family as well, just to make it easier for you to access the app and to be able to download it to your phone or your iPad. We have a Get Help Now part of this app. Much like our resource site, if you go to the peer support page, there's a Get Help Now button. This part of the app will actually directly link you to suicide prevention, suicide help, any kind of immediate help that you might need at that given time. So the next part we'll go over is the self-assessment section of this app. These are 12 modules in there that include the alcohol, compassion, fatigue, depression, and PTSD. What this is it's a bunch of questionnaires that you can use that, again, confidentiality is very important. None of your information is going to get out, but you can go and answer through these questions. And as you answer the questions, it will let you know what stage and what area you need help in. And it is a very good tool to use if you're struggling personally with something that's going on and you're not sure if where you're at on that scale. The Therapist Finder part of this app is much like the peer support and the chaplains group. One touch, being able to access the different clinicians that are available in our area, including our very own Renee Willis.
Yes, I would like to introduce the department for the third time. Miss Renee Willis, please come on in here. This is her third video. She's been a contracted therapist for Cobb DPS for a year now. Yes. Making great progress, but we do hear that people still don't know who Renee is, so here she is again. Renee, please tell us.
And if you do not know who I am, give me a call so I can come and visit you at your station, because I do love to do that. We have a whole bunch of therapists that provide different specialties for you guys, whether it's individual, family therapy, couples therapy, or if you have children that need a little bit of help. I myself focus specifically on the first responders, but these people are vetted by me. I have met with every single one of them to make sure that they can help you however you need for now and in the future. And again, I do want to remind you that this isn't just for the first responders, but for the family members as well, because a healthy family is important.
So we added a peer support section, of course, because it makes it easy for you guys to access the peer support team. We know we have the SharePoint resource site available to you, but this is one touch. You can actually access bios, information from the actual team members, as well as get their email and their phone numbers, where it's just one touch, one push, and it automatically goes to their phone or email, so you can get in touch with them. A little easier access for you.
And Jason, real quick on this peer support page, I was going through some of them, and like you said, the bios, but some go into details of some incidents or situations they had in their personal life that kind of hopefully make it okay to talk about it or to reach out to them.
That's right, Chief. What we were looking for with our bios is we want to make sure that we can give these folks information that maybe you have experienced with something, whether it's a divorce or an alcohol issue with your family or anything else that you may have had go on in your life that may help you reach out to that person or make you more presentable to that person who's going through the same kind of struggle, so that way they know they're talking to somebody who's had that shared experience. We have chaplain support, which is much like a peer support team. It has bios on each one of our members of the chaplain support group. It also has their email and their phone number as well. Again, one click away, simple access, easy to get to them. Our employee assistance program is another one of those things where we talk about it during our promotional process, and we talk about different ways to access it, but is it the easiest way and quickest way to access it? This right here is one touch. So once you pull it up, it will take you directly to the link for our EAP program. And again, everything we're doing with this app is just try to make it more user-friendly and easier for you to get to these different programs that can help you out. What we didn't want to do is give you a death by PowerPoint and push a whole bunch of information on you. We know this can be an overwhelming amount of information that gets put into this app, and it actually is available on this app. We just wanted to scratch the surface and kind of give you an idea of what is available to you, and hopefully just get you guys convinced to get you to download this app and kind of explore it on your own.
Yeah, Jason, real quick, I would like to add, a lot of people put a lot of work into this app. And you might look through a lot of this as we went through the PowerPoint and say, well, that's on the resource site now. You know, that's on SharePoint. I can do that to computer. And you're absolutely right. That information's on there along with a lot of other additional that can help you when you're in need. This allows you to not be in front of the computer where you have 3 or 4 other people behind you or walking in on you. You can do it at home. It's just another resource. It might not solve all the problems, but it's a resource to hopefully get you help. And we look forward to it, and hopefully everyone will utilize it.
Thanks, everybody. Y'all take care of each other.